All right, welcome to the debut episode of the Draftaholics. I'm Doug By, here with Mike Rossi, Andrew Garganese, and Joey G Money Ginolfi. What's up,
What's up,
boys?
boys?
Going on, fellas?
So this is our debut
Hey.
episode. We have the other pod, the People's Fantasy Football, but in the off season, we want to mess around with some of these draft ideas that we have, and all we're gonna do is just drafts, right? Drafts are
Yeah.
what's fun to do, and we're just
We,
gonna
we
be doing
found
all
out
these-
our favorite part of fantasy football was drafts, the mock drafts.
Yes,
We just love drafting anything, so that's what
Yeah.
we're gonna do.
we're going to draft anything that anybody can think of. And tonight we're going to be doing the NBA all-time draft. And we're going to have, this is going to be 8 rounds. We're going to have 8 players each. We're going to have 5 starters, the starting lineup, and then we're going to have 3 bench guys. All right. Prior to the
And
show, go ahead, Mike.
this is to assemble a team that can play together.
Yes.
It's not just the greatest of all time. This team has to play well together.
They have to play nice in the sandbox. All right. So prior to the show, Mike, you did the draft order. I'm drafting first. Then we have, how'd it go? Joe's second, Mike's third, Andy's fourth. And it's gonna be snake draft, right?
Right.
And Andy's
Fucking, I wanted
nervous.
4. I think Andy's got the best spot right now. I'm gonna come out.
I
and
wanted
say
4.
I wanted 4. I think a lot of us wanted 4.
Yeah. It was 1 or 4 for me. So I'm happy with where I went. You guys ready to start?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
All right, let's
Ready.
get rolling. Easy for me. I'm going Michael Jordan. I think he's the greatest player of all time. I don't think there's too much debate on that. There's a little bit debate right now, but for me, he's the greatest of all time. So I'm going Michael Jordan.
I don't think there was debate.
shooting
I don't think
guard.
there was debate at him being the greatest. I think, was it Andy? You were saying you would have picked the next guy probably that you'd be picking first because of. Go ahead.
Yeah,
That's
no, I mean, assuming LeBron goes second, which you might not because you never know what Joe's gonna do. But yeah, I would take LeBron. I think he just offers more to a team. You know, there's nothing he doesn't do at an exceptional level on his prime. Defensively, offensively, he's gonna guard more positions. He's more willing passer. He's a one-man freight train through the lane. Offensively, he's an athletic freak. There's really nothing he doesn't do. So I would have taken him over MJ, but I mean
And
you're
I
split.
understand the argument. We were talking about it prior to. I think Michael Jordan is just offensively. I think he's on another level, and then I also think he just has that killer instinct that LeBron doesn't quite have. I don't think he ever really had.
Agreed.
That. All right, Joseph, you're number 2. Where are you going?
So after all that being said, I'm gonna do the typical Joe Ginolfi thing.
There we go.
Fuck that. I don't want LeBron.
Swerving.
I want to set up this team a certain way, and I am taking Mr. Kobe Bryant. I think
Wow.
Kobe is one of the most driven players to ever play the game. I don't know if you guys have seen it. They've been showing the clip lately of when he just ran through Paul Gasol, who was his teammate at the Olympics. There's nobody in the history of the game, I feel, that wanted to win more than Kobe Bryant. And with what he does on offense and what he got out of his teammates and how he would pump up his teammates, that's the leader I want on my team. I don't think LeBron is as good as a leader like that. And that's why I'm taking Kobe, because I think the value at this position and having that guy as my leader is the key to my team's success.
All right. I love Kobe. I like Kobe better as a person compared to Michael Jordan. But I do think that they both had that drive. I mean, more than probably anybody ever. Michael Jordan, Kobe.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say Jordan wasn't a driven player. We all know the flu game. We all know his desire to win. I just think I think Kobe had that gear more than anybody, in my opinion.
All right, Michael, where are you going at 3?
I hate this so fucking much. I had a plan, Doug. When Andy picks the guy that I was supposed to pick right here,
Yeah,
you have to vouch for me that
I will.
was supposed to be my pick.
I will.
But I mean, he dropped to me at 3. I don't like him as a player. I'm a Pistons fan, so obviously you can't like LeBron James, but give him to me. I mean, yeah, sure, I'll take him on my team, and I'm starting him at small forward. I don't know if that matters to you guys, but he is my small forward.
Okay. And Joe, I think you're going shooting guard with Kobe, correct?
Yeah. Playing him at shooting guard.
All right,
See, the
Andy.
thing-
So you have
the
two
thing
picks
that-
here. Pick one,
do.
and then we'll review the first round. So make your first pick here.
All right. First off, I don't know if Mikey has to announce that yet, because this draft could go some sort of way where you might want to play Braun at the 4. I think maybe we could hold off on where we're going to draft.
Oh yeah, I get.
because
Do we not have to call it now? We can change it as fluctuated with the draft itself.
I would
Okay.
think.
All right.
Right? No, anybody?
I didn't completely
it's
catch
just-
it. I'll be
yeah.
honest with you.
I feel like you should announce it when you make the pick, but it doesn't. I mean, I don't care.
Announce where he's
I'm not-
playing. Is that what we said?
Correct.
Yeah.
No, I don't think. I think you can do it afterwards. I think you can mix and
Okay.
match where you want to go.
Okay.
All right. So the last pick of the first round, I'm taking a 15-time NBA All Defensive Player, the most unselfish star in the history of the NBA. Give me Tim Duncan.
I knew you were going him.
Oh.
Yeah.
How could you not?
Yeah.
How could you not? He's the perfect.
I'm not gonna lie.
fucking
I
teammate.
almost went him too because he's just so strong at everything, and just the IQ is so fucking high.
He's the best. He's the best power forward of all time. There's no flaws in his game. He can guard 5s. He can guard 4s. He doesn't need the ball. He's gonna move it. If we're doing today's rules, right? How we play today, he can space the floor, not to the 3-point line, but he can still space the floor. He doesn't need the ball. He can move the ball. He plays in the system. He's the perfect star to have.
The
He's-
most
he's
fundamental
perfect.
player ever.
Yeah,
By
He's
far.
perfect because your second pick can be any type of player and he fits with Tim Duncan. It just doesn't matter.
Right.
All right. So round 1: Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, and Tim Duncan.
LeBron James.
What do we think? Kobe is probably the biggest surprise in round 1.
Yeah, I would say.
Probably.
I thought he was going to slip to the second, maybe third.
Yeah,
I knew if I didn't take him there, Mike's taking him on the way back, and
Okay.
I wanted Kobe for my team.
Yeah. All right.
smart.
Got
Smart.
it.
You
Just
want
like
somebody
just
else
like
to go
fantasy
in there.
football, I
I
go
was
get
just gonna
my
say.
guy.
Yeah. Wanted this
consistent.
guy and he went and got him.
Oh, man. All right, so we kicking off the second round then?
Yeah, let's kick off.
Yeah,
second round.
Andy, if
Where
you
you going,
pick, because if I had 4, Tim Duncan was my guy. So I want to
Alright.
see if you're thinking the same I am.
Wait, hold on. Did I take the guy you thought I was going to take?
Not yet.
It's
No.
coming right now? I
Yeah.
don't think
Okay.
it is. Maybe it is. So I've got arguably the best defensive player of all time already. I want another unselfish star that can play in today's era. Somebody that's going to space the floor, move the ball, play in the system. Give me Steph. I got Steph and Tim, and I'm doing very well off the rip.
Yeah, I mean, you got the greatest shooter of all time.
Uh-huh. And neither one of these dudes needs the ball. I don't have that ball stopper. All 3 of you have a ball stopper. I would say LeBron being the least of those 3. But you have players that need the ball.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, Jordan and Kobe definitely. They need the ball in their hands. All right, Mike, where you going? You didn't take him.
Well, now I'm wondering if you guys. I told you I was only scared of Andy.
Yeah.
And I know Doug's not taking him.
No.
So I think I'm going to hold off here.
Oh wow.
Oh, this is
I'm so
I'm
interested to see
nervous.
who this guy is.
I know. I can't wait to find out who this guy ends up being.
I thought I
now.
was taking him 4th overall. Now he's waiting to see if he can get him at like 11.
Round 4.
Well, I was
Mike
I was
knows
nervous
that
about Andy. I'm
think-
gonna go.
I think
You know, I'm
Mike
just gonna
knows
go with
too.
him.
There's a certain type of person that I want this next
I
pick.
I don't want to chance it. I'm going with the Joker. Put him on my team.
Okay.
I
Ooh.
think
This guy.
he's error proof. He can bully people. He can shoot the 3. He can bring it up court. Whatever you want him to do, he's the man for it. I just want him as my center.
If I didn't get Tim Duncan, I
Mhm.
would have taken it. I would have taken the Joker.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's who it was all along.
God.
I thought for sure you were going to take him on me.
Joe, was he on your radar?
Jokic was on my radar. I did
Okay.
not expect him to go this early, though. And you know what though? I'm only probably thinking like that because he hasn't played as long as these other guys that I like really like at that position. But like when his career is done, his numbers are going to be stupid. So
He
it's a
could
good
Yeah, they
pick.
are going to be. Yeah.
he could
It's a
have he
good
could
pick.
have very realistically won the hat trick, right? 3 MVPs in a row. He loses to Embiid last year, and now this year I think he's the odds-on favorite.
I think he is
Again,
right
like,
now.
he win 3
Yeah.
out of 4 MVPs. That's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Saying all that, Mike, I think you could have got him on the way back because I wouldn't have gone with him the next 2 picks. I don't know if
That's okay.
where Doug's at.
I wasn't
Just
going
like
to
you,
because
Joe,
we
I
talked
just-
about him. Yeah.
It's nervous with a guy like that.
I built my team around him, and I just didn't want to chance it.
Yeah, tough to have the team if you don't have the guy you're building around.
All right.
So
Joe, where you going?
listen, man, the homer in me is going to kick in with this pick. And I loved watching the old school clips growing up. He's another gritty player, and this is going to be the style of my team. I'm taking Larry Legend. Give me 33.
Good pick. Good pick. I was hoping that you didn't pick him.
I mean, yeah, it's 4 white guys from New England. I think Larry Bird going in the second round. It's
that was almost a
very
given.
expected.
Yeah. Yeah, that was going to happen. So I got 2 picks here. Should I make one and then we'll discuss and then
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I like that.
So I'm going to go Magic Johnson here. And I was
Yeah,
hoping that I
agree.
was going to be able to go.
I was between
Magic
him
and
and
Larry.
Bird. I went
Yeah.
homer.
Yeah. I was hoping I was going to be able to get both those guys, but wishful thinking.
That was never happening. I was between. There was a third person I was throwing in, but I stuck between those 2.
Yeah, so Magic, he might be the most versatile player of all time. He could play all 5 positions, but his first 4 seasons, I was looking it up, he played shooting guard, and then thereafter that, he played point guard. But I believe there was a finals that he played center the entire time, right?
No, I think it was the game 6 or game 7.
Oh, it was just a one-game
But
thing? Okay.
He started at center because
I mean,
Yeah, it
he's
was
a
after
6'9",
Kareem, right?
Yeah, he's a 6'9"
Kareem got
point
hurt.
guard, so he's a huge
he's a
point
freak.
guard.
He's probably the best point guard of all time.
That's where I had him. So, all right. So
Yeah,
going
he was such a freak back then
So-
to be that size and have that ability that he had. It was
Going
crazy.
over Doug's team, he has arguably 2 of the 5 best players to ever play the game, and the best point guard and the best shooting guard. So pretty good start for old Douglas.
I like it. I don't know if they're going to play nice, but I like it so far.
Oh, they were boys. I think they'll be all right.
They were boys. All right. So that round, Steph Curry went first. Joker went second. Larry Bird, then Magic Johnson. Any surprises? What are you guys thinking about that round?
No,
I think it was a solid round, but I think the Joker was a surprise this early. Like I said, I think Mike could have ended up getting him either a round or 2 later, but I get it. You go get your guy.
if I don't get Tim, Joker isn't making it to pick 6. So
Ah,
All right. We ready to move on? Round
you
three?
just made Mike feel
I'm
so
good.
good about his pick.
Yeah.
He had such a big smile and got all perky.
No, I'm glad. What I was thinking is I'm actually glad that LeBron fell to me because I was gonna pick Tim Duncan first and then let the Joker fall back, and that wouldn't have happened, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Good job, Michael.
All right, Doug, kick us off the 3rd round.
All right, we'll start the 3rd round. This one might be a little controversial. I'm not sure where you guys have him, and he doesn't fit so well in today's NBA, maybe, but it wasn't that long ago that he retired. I'm going Shaq. I'm locking up my center. He was when he was in his prime. I think he was the most dominant player probably of all time in his prime. You couldn't stop that man.
Yeah, most dominant player is the exact thing that he was.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah.
I am going Shaquille O'Neal. And who do we have next here?
Myself is up. And I'm gonna make this pick very quick. And I'm gonna take Mr. Triple Double. I'm gonna take Oscar Robertson.
Oh, okay.
He was point guard, right?
Point
Yeah.
guard.
He was a point guard, yes.
Allow myself to introduce myself.
I needed somebody to distribute the ball a little bit more, an assist guy. And I got 2 killer shooters with Bird and Kobe. So I like Oscar with this lineup.
Okay. You didn't like Nash or Stockton to spread the ball around?
No, not. I think Oscar Robertson. I don't have crazy rebounding right now. So to get rebounding from a point guard like that and a guy who's got decent size and can back down some of these other point guards, except for maybe Magic, I like the pick.
All right. Mike, where you going?
Me? I'm looking at what's available here. I got Andy has Tim Duncan, which there's a solid chance Tim Duncan gets played at power forward, right? Like you're not gonna move him from his natural position. So I'm gonna hold off.
I don't think you do.
I'm gonna hold off on that and go a different route here. And I'm gonna go with the person that already proved that he can play with LeBron James, and I'm going Dwayne Wade for my shooting guard.
Okay.
All right. All right,
This
Andy.
is the round where you can start kind of see like the differences in the lists already.
Yeah, they're going a little off.
Yeah.
All right, so Mike, I have a terrible poker face, and if you had looked up what you were making that whole rant,
Oh
you
shit!
You would have seen that you fucked up. So Timmy's gonna be playing the 5 for me. Tim Duncan,
No!
as I said, with his 15 all defensive team selections.
So
you know
dumb.
who has
Rusty's
the second
so
most?
Dumb.
Do you? Kevin
KG?
Garnett.
I knew
Garnett.
KG was going right here.
With 12. So KG will be playing the 4 for me.
God, what a combo with that 4-5.
Probably the best communicator on defense I've ever seen. Obviously, you know, my knowledge doesn't go that far back, but the man could literally, he was a one man, he was a coach defensively. He had range, another unselfish guy. He proved it. I mean, definitely proved it in Boston, but even when he had Spreewell and Starberry and all those dudes, he never really needed the rock. He always cared about winning. He's just grimy. I love him. KG's playing the 4 for me.
Can't hit it. Love me some KG. All right, so for that round, it went Shaq, Oscar Robertson, Dwayne Wade, and KG. And
that's an interesting round for. If you would have said players 9 through 12 of all time, and Dwayne Wade and KG, you know, that's a little early for them.
Ooh, see, I don't think that's early for KG. I almost went KG.
Okay.
Because I could see Andy taking him with one of his 2 picks, and that was one I let slide because I think for the point guards out there, there's one other one I would have debated over Oscar, but I went point guard because it's the spot I wanted to fill early. But KG was my second choice if I went there because what I want to do with the rest of the lineup. So I was very disappointed that Andy just picked him.
So you just called out yourself a little bit, Mike. Did you pick Dwayne Wade as a need more than a player you wanted then?
No, I mean, I love Dwayne Wade, and to fill my team, like I said, LeBron and Dwayne Wade, they won a championship together, so I know they can play together, and he fits my team perfectly. So I like it, but I know it's early for it. I'm okay with that.
This is what I meant with like the differences in the list, because like Shaq, nobody's covering prime Shaq. Like we didn't get to watch Wilt and Russell, right?
Yeah,
but like
that's
it's tough to see anybody covering prime Shaq. But if you're playing in today's NBA, like Rudy Gobert has 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards, and before this Minnesota team popped off, like he was considered the worst trade, the worst contract in NBA history, because he's such a liability on the perimeter in a perimeter fucking centric game that he's like worthless. Now, granted, it's worked out, but like Shaq trying to defend the 3-point line, Shaq, how many possessions we get a game compared to, you know, the fucking late 90s? Is he going to be a liability on offense, defense? I mean, nobody can stop him, but
he might be. I mean, he's definitely not guarding the 3-point shooters. There's no question about that. But he's going to wear down the other guy, though.
Everybody.
So
a fucking freak.
Exactly. So there's that as well. It's give and take.
But yeah. So I had the same thing with Dwayne Wade. It's like, you know, he spaced the floor enough, but Does he really space the floor? Do you need 3-point shooting as a 2 guard in today's league? I don't know. It's the whole thing. I like it though. I like what everybody's doing. All right, I'm rambling. There we
Joe,
go.
Joe, kick
No,
off the
it's great.
fourth. Oh.
No,
I'm
Andy,
sorry.
man,
I'm sorry.
Andy.
Andy, kick off the fourth. What am I
Doug,
thinking?
how can you not remember?
I'm not. I'm bad at this.
There's only
right
four
now.
of us, Doug.
Yeah.
All right,
Andy,
so my
kick it
team,
off.
my team's gonna have a lot of recency bias, mainly because I just watch. I didn't get to watch the old guys. But with that said, we talked about this pre-show. I don't think there's a lot of good guards. Coming in, I did think there was going to be a bunch. So I'm going to take my second guard now. I'm going to take Jerry West, the logo. Great player. I'm going to look this up quick, but I think he had 5 all defensive first teams. So everybody on my team can play. He can kind of take over for Steph's deficiencies there in the backcourt. All-around player. Give me Jerry West.
Andy, did you just say I'm going to have some recency bias and then pick Jerry West?
Yeah.
Most of my team will have recency bias besides Jerry West. Is where
Okay.
I'm going.
All right. I was wondering. That
Gotcha.
threw me.
That was a pick to balance your bias. I
Yeah.
get it. I thought you
Jerry
were
West.
going somebody. I thought you were going somebody like recent too. So when you said West, I was like,
I mean,
what?
my oldest players drafted Kevin Garnett, like, right? It's not.
I thought maybe you were watching some old clips or something, and that was your recency bias. All right, Mike, where you going?
Only one pick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That
thought
was
Andy
the
get-
first pick of this
Oh,
round.
that was
Yeah.
he already made that.
Wow,
pick. My
the
bad.
guys are having trouble
Oof,
with.
we're having some trouble. Mike looked like he was like,
Um,
"Wait, my turn?" Like
Yeah,
immediately when
I
I said
have-
that. So
I have my guy ready, but
okay,
I'm also going to pick a bench position, even though I haven't filled my roster yet. I think this position's weak. I want to,
this is when
I
you can
wanna
start doing
lock
that.
in.
I think. Yeah.
yeah, I want to lock in Kevin Durant as my 6th man. Again, he's just unbelievable offensive player, can't be stopped. And when LeBron needs a break, that's a perfect guy to fill in.
Yeah. And another guy in offense, you can't guard him. He can shoot over everybody, and he can shoot everywhere on the court. So,
Mhm.
All right, Joe, where you going?
I am going to go. Fuck. I'm just looking at things here. I'm doing it. I'm gonna put. I got a little bit older guys set on my team. I'm gonna go somebody new. Give me Giannis.
Yeah, I like
I
that.
like it. I have Giannis pretty high up.
I love Giannis. Fully on board with that.
And I mean, he's like today's Shaq, right? So
Dude, it's just
So,
fucking
so
awesome.
who are
You
you
can't-
playing? Are you playing Giannis at 4 and Larry at 3? Is that how you doing it? Or
You guys said we didn't have to. I was the one who wanted it, and that messed you up. Right?
No, I know.
Not announcing
I know,
where
but
guys are
you
playing,
have-
so.
you have them both already, so I didn't know if you.
Yeah, but I haven't picked the full lineup.
maybe we'll
yet.
make some trades.
All
make
right,
some
all
trades
right, all
after. Just getting some
I
trade
respect that you tried to get the info out of me, though.
I wasn't trying to trick you.
Oh man, there's so many places to go here. All right.
So many people.
I remember who Doug, who was your third pick?
So my third pick was Shaq.
Oh fuck yeah. Okay.
So I got Jordan, Magic, and Shaq.
Ah,
Yeah, we all have short-term memory loss problems apparently. All of us. All right. So yeah, I think this is the time when you can start picking your backup guys, and I am going to go with Wilt to Stilt here.
this is interesting. This is an interesting strategy. Okay.
I know he played a long time ago, but for a long time he was also considered the greatest NBA player of all time before Jordan, right? So I don't know. I mean, all I know is he was a rebound and scoring machine. So
Every time you see Wilt's numbers, it's like when you were a little kid and you used to play like video games on like the lowest setting, you know?
Yeah.
Like he had
So-
another 40-40 game. Like, dude.
right.
What?
He had 100 points in a game. I mean,
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Which
it's
actually
impossible.
was looking like one of the most unbreakable records of all time but haven't there been like 2 people to score 70 this year and like 5 over 60? So if the NBA keeps going
but
the way
still,
it
you're
is
still
now,
30 points away. though.
Right. Yeah, you might
You're
though.
still a really good game away from.
But they're getting closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. So recap on that round. We went Jerry West, Kevin Durant, Giannis, and Wilt Still.
Nice
Yeah,
balance
some
of old
of
and
the
young.
classics in there. Yeah.
All right.
Any surprises? Any steals? What are you guys thinking with that round?
No,
I didn't
I
think
mean, all
Durant
people.
was going that early.
No, you don't think Durant's a top 15 player of all time?
No.
No.
I got nothing to back that up. I just, in my opinion, I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't
Hey,
put
you
him
gave
in
your
that
answer.
category.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with your answer.
I know it was lame. I didn't really
I mean,
have
it
a
was-
defense for it.
It was a
Strictly
great
just my
podcast
opinion.
answer. That's what people want to hear.
He's
Go.
I think the thing with Durant, and he's another
Reasoning
guy.
behind
He's super talented, right? And like I said, he might be one of the greatest scorers of all time. He just seems soft to me, you know?
Very soft. I don't think he's a hustle guy. He doesn't. You never see him like lock somebody down on defense at the end of a game. Like
No,
that's
he doesn't do. That's not
so
his game.
that's probably where he's just not my style of player. So I don't put him in my top 15.
Mike
He
likes the
could be
soft
top
players,
15 all time,
so.
but
I do have some soft players on this list. Huh?
Mike's just going to draft all of the 04 Pistons with his next 5 picks.
For the record, none of the besides Jokic, I haven't drafted one person on my mock drafts that I've done. This happens
Really?
every single time,
Yeah.
whether it's now this new podcast or a mock draft in fantasy football. I never hold true to what I want to do.
Mike, what are your 4 picks so far? What is
I
your
got
roster?
Jokic, LeBron, D Wade, and Kevin Durant.
he's got a very recent bias with his team. He's got the most recent.
All right, we ready to kick off? Was that round 5 now? Yeah, round 5.
Round
Yep, go
5.
for it, Douglas.
All right. So I'm having a hard time here because I don't technically have a power forward yet. I have Shaq and Wilt, and I don't think either of those guys ever really played power forward.
Breaking up a little bit.
I'm
Say
breaking
that
up?
again, Doug.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, say it one more time.
So I'm having a hard time here because I need a power forward.
Mhm.
I have Shaq and Wilt, and I don't think either of those guys ever really played power forward. So I don't think I can put those guys in at that spot. And I think it needs to be filled here. So the next best on my list here, I'm gonna go Karl Malone.
Oh, I thought for sure that was going to be Dirk. I thought for sure you were going Dirk.
No, go on Karl Malone. I think he was a scoring leader of all time for a little while, wasn't he? Before
No, he never.
or was
he
he
never-
was second? He was second
Yeah,
behind
he was
Jordan.
second.
Second or third. Yeah, behind Jordan and Kareem.
Doug doesn't have one active player.
I respect
Doug stopped
that.
watching the NBA in 2005.
I stopped a while ago.
I kind of like it, Doug. I
Thank
don't
you,
think
Joe.
it's going to help you with voting, but I like it.
Thanks, Joe. No, I mean, I think I only have like 5 active players on my list here, to be honest with you. And a couple of them already been taken by you guys. So, I mean, how many more active guys do you think right now are going to get picked?
Active?
Mm.
I'd say it depends how
Yeah,
risky
maybe
the
not.
pick was.
Maybe not too many.
But yeah, I think at this point we're probably living in Hall of Fame, half Hall of Fame at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More.
All right, Joe.
Fuck, Doug. Not that you picked Malone, but I didn't want to pick this guy yet, but I'm picking him now because he's the best there, and I want him off the bench because he can play a couple different positions. I'm taking Dirk.
Motherfucker, Doug.
I got a power forward run going on here.
Yeah, you did. Like, because my top ones, and I wanted a versatile guy at the 4 coming off the bench that could possibly play small forward or center playing in today's game, and Dirk can do that. So,
Shit. All right, I'm going off the bench again. And I'm going AI.
I like it.
Ooh, I like that pick.
I almost went AI.
We talking about
I mean-
practice.
These guys, that's a straight scorer. I don't know. I really don't need to explain Allen Iverson, right?
He's quick
No,
scoring off the bench for you.
Steals,
That's what it is.
not just scoring, man. Steals. The
I
guy was
know.
one of the top steals. You don't have anything to defend with that pick.
No.
All right.
I actually like him over Dwayne Wade, so
Yeah, I
would
was
be starting him
thinking.
over Wade.
I don't know. I think I like him off the bench because I already got Jokic and LeBron who demand the ball in that same type of setting.
That's a valid point. Good point.
All right, Andy, where you going?
If you guys can't tell by my general draft strategy here, I like the unselfish, really good, versatile players. I know I got Timmy starting at center, but I want to be able to move people up and down the roster here. So I'm going to take Hakeem as my center, my
Are you
backup center. But
fucking me? How does that happen?
Uh-oh.
what happened?
We're getting
What happened?
sniped.
Does that happen? You fucked up my whole strategy. I didn't think there was a chance he was going this round or next.
You're talking about arguably the greatest center of all time. Like some people could make that argument.
God.
Yeah, he's top 5 at least, I think.
He's the one guy I think that could play defense against Shaq. And that's why I wanted
He's
him.
long. He's definitely
And
long.
I'm so fucking mad right now.
All right, so round 5. Karl Malone, Dirk, AI,
Fuck you,
and
Andy.
Hakeem. Hakeem the
So
Dream.
fucking mad.
I think
Never
that might have
saw
been
that happening.
the best round.
Yeah, I
Those-
could agree with that. There was no surprises there. They were all good
Yeah.
picks, I thought, in that round.
So I don't
Fucker.
dislike the Karl Malone pick. I think he was. I think I had him 3 on my power forwards like available
Yeah.
still, but I was surprised you didn't go Dirk because you have Shaq.
Yeah, I knew where you were going with that. A guy
Yeah,
to
it
spread the
wasn't-
floor. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a hate on Malone as much as it was just
Right.
general.
Damn it.
I got 2 big bullies underneath, That's what it is.
Yeah, you've got some monsters too.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's start
Joe,
round
are
6.
you okay, Joe? Can we move forward?
Nah, I'm really not okay. That really put a big dagger in what I was trying to do here. But go ahead. I gotta pivot.
All right. I don't know. I might play the Mike game here and let the guy that I want to take slide because I don't think anybody else is going to take
That's not
him.
your style, Andy. Not
I
your
know,
style.
I know, but
Gonna bite
I
you.
don't think there's a chance that it actually happens. So,
All right.
oh,
What do you need
Yeah, I'm
right
gonna do
now?
it.
What position do you need?
I don't.
We don't know
need a
because we don't know
position.
how he wants to set up his lineup.
That's fine.
As of right now,
but yeah.
I'll tell you what I have. I have my guards are Steph and Jerry West. My front court is KG, Timmy, and Hakeem. I don't think I can start all 3 of those. As I said, I'd start KG at the 4, Timmy at the 5. So I do need a wing player. But I told you guys I think that guards are light. So I think I'm going to go Walt Frazier here. Another dude that, he's a little bit more ball dominant than everybody else I have, but plays both sides of the ball really well. He's got an MVP. I think he's also got like 8 defensive teams. So that'll fill out my backcourt. And I'm going to play the Mike game and let my wingman go, my wing go. Hopefully I get him back.
All right. I like it. It's being risky. Mike, where you going?
It's my pick. I knew that, guys.
Jesus Christ.
He doesn't have 3 picks?
All right.
Shit.
I'm gonna go. I need some 3s on this team. The only guy that can really, Durant's a 3-point shooter, but Jokic is probably the best 3-point shooter on my team. So I'm gonna go with Steve Nash. Put him at the point guard, and I have a distributor and somebody that can get open without the ball too if Jokic brings it up and just nail a 3 out of nowhere. So
It's crazy to think that Nash he went back to back as MVP, right?
Yeah.
He might have played 10 years too early.
Yeah, you're right.
Seriously.
You're
Steve
right.
Nash he shoots 3.5 threes a game. and hits like 43% or whatever it is, 44%. If he plays the today's NBA and he's shooting 8 threes a game, his stats fucking implode. And especially with how defenses like play the, oh my God, he might have been a 30 and 15 fucking season. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Can't play
he,
defense.
he was my favorite player to watch during his
so fun.
era. He was fun.
So fun.
All right, Joseph.
I mean, the fact he's lasted this long, I'm going to take the all-time second leading scorer, and I'll take Kareem.
Okay. You're right. He needed to come off.
100%.
Is
Joe,
he
if
on
you
your
had-
bench? Oh,
No, he's my starting center, I think, right now.
okay. That's solid. That fell to Joe then. That's a good
Yeah, that's
starting
good.
center.
That was good.
Yeah, I kind of forgot he was there. I have a list and I scrolled down far enough where he wasn't on the screen anymore because I thought like the top people off on my list were gone.
On my big board, I had Hakeem 9 and Kareem 11. So if if you had taken Hakeem and I couldn't get him, I would have gone Kareem on the back end.
All right. I'm going to go with a guy that I know can play with Jordan, and we're going with Scottie Pippen here.
Ooh, like it. Like that pick.
I love Doug's team.
There's some teammate things happening.
He can't shoot any threes, but
No,
love
I can't
Doug's
shoot any
team.
threes. Yeah, shoot anything.
His team's also winning any fight in the parking lot.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, they'll fuck you up, no doubt. I'm going to take care of the threes in the next pick. But to recap this, that round, Walt Frazier, Steve Nash, Kareem Abdul, Scottie Pippen. How are we thinking about that one?
I mean, I'm ecstatic with mine. It's not who I wanted at my center spot for the type of team I was doing, but I mean, the guy can score, so.
Yeah. All-time leading
I
scorer, I think still, right? I don't think anybody
No,
else passed.
LeBron took him.
Oh, LeBron did pass him?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't watch basketball anymore. All right.
Doug, is your team about to get even tougher?
No.
You're gonna draft Mike Tyson.
Like you said, he's got to get a shooter
No.
here. Doug
No, yeah, I need a shooter.
Yeah.
I need a shooter
right
off the
here.
bench.
Yeah,
I think he's going one of two ways.
Yeah, he's going right here.
No.
No?
I don't think Doug likes the guy you're thinking of.
I know that. I mean, he's talking about Reggie Miller. All right, so the next pick is mine. I don't consider Reggie Miller a tough guy, but no, I'm swerving on Reggie Miller. Are we ready to start round 7? We ready to go?
We're
Yeah.
ready.
All right. I'm not doing Reggie Miller. I'm gonna go Ray Allen. I think he's the better 3-point shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Interesting.
I'm not going to disagree.
Interesting.
Also, he played in this era or closer to this era than Reggie Miller did. So
And he proved he can win a
proved he could do
championship without being the guy. You know, he's not selfish. So
not selfish. Made the game-winning shot. So Ray Allen it is. All right, Joe, where you going?
So I think with Dirk, Kareem, and Giannis, and Larry, I think I could do a lot of rotation in my front court. I'm probably going 2 guard. I just saw a name I really like though. Shit. Pop.
Be tough. These last 2 rounds.
pop.
I'll tell you right now, I know I'm going shooting guard right here.
Okay.
And I'm between 2 guys.
Do you
One
have a
is
shooting guard
obviously-
yet, Joe? Is
Yeah.
that the-
I got Kobe. Kobe's my.
Oh, you got
Kobe's
Kobe.
my.
Yeah. Yep.
Man, oh man. I was hoping one of these guys, because I'm gonna. Jesus Christ.
Is everybody picking bench at this point?
Technically, I still need a starter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He needs a wing. I don't have
I
a
don't
4
know.
guy for Rossi yet, but he could stretch LeBron there, I guess. Oh man. Fuck. Probably should take Reggie here, but I'm not. I'm gonna take T-Mac.
Oh wow!
Tracy McGrady.
Wow.
Tracy McGrady.
I did not think he was going to get picked tonight.
I didn't think he is either. I love,
I love
T-
the way the guy played on offense.
I
so I'll
liked him
take
too. I just didn't
strictly
think he was
off
going to
of
get
that.
picked.
I'm not saying, listen, is Reggie probably a better overall player, but I think I want more scoring off the bench, and I think T-Mac's the guy who could score fast.
As long as injuries are turned off when these teams play, that's a good
Oh
pick.
shit! Yeah, I didn't think about if we were doing that. Let's turn them off.
and hopefully he doesn't have to play in the playoffs for you, because you ain't getting out of the first round if that's true.
All right, Mike. Try not to take as long as Joe just did.
Yeah, I'm not going to. I need to really toughen this team up. You guys have made that pretty obvious.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go with the tough man himself. Give me Charles Barkley. Put him at the 4. I need somebody that can get some boards, clog up that middle,
Love
contend
me
with
some Charles
Shaq
right
a little
now.
bit.
He ain't getting that many boards against Andy or me. Charles Barkley's like 6'6".
Yeah, he's 6'6", but he has an ass
so
that
was
can
Ben
knock
Wallace,
anybody
and
out.
Ben Wallace was only 6'8", and he contended with Shaq when he played against them. So let's not discount Charles
You're
Barkley.
right.
I mean,
Let's not
they call
discount
him the round mound to rebound for
The
a
round
reason.
mound to
Really good
rebound.
board.
That's it. Yeah,
Is it on me?
it's on you, Andy.
All right, so I am my strategy worked of letting somebody slide and come back. I'm going to take Kawhi Leonard to fill out my small forward position.
I like that.
Another
That's a
unselfish
good one.
guy. I think we've all, at this point, he's probably slept on how good he really is. When he wants to take over a game, he can. When he wants to play defense, I'm pretty sure nobody in the world can score on him. He's a freak, and he's good luck. I mean, doesn't speak. Yeah, so got no problems there.
You added a fun guy to your roster.
The fun guy,
Real fun guy.
He's a fun guy.
My team is going to have the most boring locker room.
You're going to need injuries off as well with Kawhi.
No, it's not injuries. It's just heart.
I was just gonna say that too. You're
both.
also gonna need to play in an era where they don't sit their stars constantly.
I don't think KG is going to let him sit.
That's true. That's true. There you go. Yeah, your defense, man. He might have the best defense.
My
His
team is.
defense.
I was gonna
is
say his
stacked.
locker room's not that quiet. KG takes up like 4 guys for how
That's
amped he
true.
gets.
He does.
That's true. Yeah, that's all you need. All right, so for round 7, we went Ray Allen, Tracy McGrady, Charles Barkley, Kawhi Leonard. That was an interesting round.
I like that
Tracy
nobody thought
surprised me.
McGrady. I love
me.
being that guy, that controversial pick.
Yeah.
It's still going.
All right, Andy, kick off the last round, round 8.
All right. So I had 2 kind of controversial guys on my list. I'm going to take one of them here. I'm going to take Drew Holiday. I know he's not an all-time great or anything like that.
He's going defense.
But he's incredibly unselfish. I lack a little bit of guard defensively here. He's my 8th man. Yeah, some defense. Sorry, Mike, but he's my 8th man. So he can guard 1 through 4. He doesn't need the ball. He can bring the ball up. He's another dude that can clamp pretty much anywhere, and he can shoot. He can score. Very unselfish. Plays winning basketball. I'll take Drew Holiday as the 8th guy off my bench, or 3rd guy.
Wow.
Okay, that's a surprise. Michael.
Surprise of the draft.
That might have been.
For sure. Yeah. You could have gave me a lot of no, Drew Holiday. Everything you said, absolutely true. But an all-time draft where there's only 32 guys going, I just didn't see that one coming. That's all.
Drafting to win, baby. I'm drafting to win.
I was gonna say
liability.
Yeah, Andy's definitely thinking more about building the roster and what he needs and all that kind of stuff. So I don't hate it. I mean, his defense is ridiculous. Mike, where you going?
All right. So I got some guys that can play up right now. So I got LeBron that can play the 4. I'm just thinking rotational. I don't really have a backup 5 here. So I'm gonna take the Admiral. Give me David Robinson, get some more defense. And that rounds out my team. Love it.
Yeah.
All right. I'm surprised you didn't go somewhere else. I don't think he's going to get picked in this draft, but I'm surprised you didn't go somewhere else. I'll wait for Joe to pick.
Okay.
So I'm also surprised he didn't go somewhere else, but I think we're thinking 2 different guys, to be honest with you, but same position. For me, what do I want to do here? No, I'm doing it. This is what I want to do. This is what I like off my bench. Um, people are gonna say, why aren't I going Stockton or Kidd here? But I like, especially in his prime, CP3's game. Give me Chris Paul.
Oh, okay.
How dare you not mention Isaiah Thomas in that?
He's on my list, but I don't need that type of player. I don't want that type of
Yeah,
player
same.
on this team.
So we'll obviously review the draft after I make this pick, but there's some big names left that I have on my list. Okay, I'm gonna go to that guy you thought I was gonna pick last time. I'm gonna go Reggie Miller.
Wow, back to
Tell
back.
to you.
I need some threes off the bench, man. I need some threes
Oh,
off
so
the
you're
bench.
starting Malone now.
Oh, I'm starting Malone. Yeah. But I got Reggie Miller and Ray Allen off the bench.
Yeah, I don't
so.
know why I had Malone on your bench for some reason.
Yeah, starting Malone. The guy I was thinking about before we go too far on that was Ben Wallace, your boy.
Yeah, I mean, I love Ben Wallace, my favorite player of all
that's
time,
not-
but not in today's league.
Okay.
I
mean, he
would've
didn't
gone-
play that long ago, and he was defensive
It's
player of the
a
year 8 times, I think.
Completely different league than 2004.
Okay.
Completely different. But yeah, it was between David Robinson and Bill Russell. I'm surprised.
Bill
He didn't
Russell.
get
I was
picked.
going to mention that, you
Yeah.
know,
So-
like I can't believe he was left out there, but
For me, Russell's tough only because he dominated a game where there really wasn't anybody else. It was him and Will for their type of physique, and there was nobody else like that in that era. I'm not taking anything away from him. You can't with what his resume is. But going up against some of these other guys, I was shocked Rossi didn't go Moses Malone. I would have gone Moses Malone there if I was going to center with the guys that were left.
yeah. And again, going back to Ben Wallace, I'm not saying he should have picked him. I thought he was going to, being a Pistons guy.
When I picked Steve Nash, I limited myself because I wanted Isaiah Thomas on this team, but I already had Steve Nash and AI.
Never does anything he wants.
I couldn't do a third point guard.
We
so.
have never done a draft where
Never.
you've done what you wanted to do.
Never.
Ever.
Yeah.
In the history
fall
of
apart.
drafts.
I mean, I don't get me wrong. I like this team, but it's nothing. If you would have gave me 100 mock drafts, I wouldn't have picked anything like this. So,
Andy, who's the
what are you gonna
biggest
do, you know?
surprise name left off the list here?
So on my big board, I had Bill Russell was 13th overall on my big board. He didn't
Yeah.
go. Moses Malone, I had at 18. He didn't go. Going down the list, I actually have Joel Embiid on the list at 27. He didn't go. John Stockton.
I was
28,
going to
he
mention
didn't
John
go.
Stockton.
Stockton, yeah.
And then
Surprised. Especially team building that like we did. I was surprised someone didn't pick a facilitator like him.
yeah, and then I think I have one more. Oh no. So then it was Anthony Davis was at the bottom of my list, but he didn't go either.
Dominique Wilkins was up there on my board. And so was Dr. J. They were both left off, both big names, obviously, both explosive. So definitely could have been on there.
So those two and Elgin were ones at small forward that I
Elgin.
thought
Yeah.
had a good shot to go and didn't go. So
Yeah.
I'm in that same category with those guys.
Elgin's one of those guys again where he played in the 60s, 70s. We never really saw him play. We didn't see him play. So
That's tough.
recency bias again. The word of the day. Where I would have gone instead of Drew Holiday. I mean, probably a lot of places, but but a very similar guy, but a Hall of Famer. I would have gone Gary Payton.
I knew you were going to say that.
I don't think similar at all.
Defense?
Defensively, sure.
Yeah.
Gary Payton could not shoot a fucking lick.
Okay.
Couldn't shoot a lick. I don't know why you're
What about
rolling
Isaiah
eyes. That's
Thomas?
just the fact. What?
What about Isaiah Thomas? That's defense and can shoot mid range.
That's steals and ball dominant. That's what I'm getting on my team. I love Isaiah, but that's not what I want. What I want is Drew Holiday is literally the best defensive guard I've ever seen personally. There's no one better, and he can.
Okay.
When they play.
That's a big opinion. I'm not saying you're wrong or right because it's tough to argue.
When
But
they
that's
play-
a big opinion.
When they used to play, I forget when Milwaukee used to play the Celtics. and Al Horford was still Al Horford, they would have Drew Holiday cover Al Horford. He would shut him the fuck down. Like, that's a real thing. He's a defensive freak. He doesn't need the ball. He always makes the right play. He always tries 150%, and he can shoot when he needs to. If you need him to score, he'll get you 25 a night. He's fucking nasty.
Yeah, that's what I was.
I'm looking for bench players here, baby. That is the ultimate plug and play guy on my team.
No, you know who's a name that I thought was going to surprise his way into this draft because he's known as the greatest sixth man in NBA history is Manu Ginobili. Been a great pick off the bench. That guy was just all for the team. That's all he cared about was winning.
It'd been nice to get him on the list. I know he's Argentinian, but he's fucking Italian. So yeah, my other controversial pick was I actually had Wemby on my list. I couldn't have taken him this early.
No.
But when I was going through it and I was just trying to find centers that could play today, and like Karl Malone for me was dropping off. I know he's a power forward, but dude, 7'4", and he can fucking shoot a three off of a crossover. It's just
It's just too early. But he's gonna be
5 years. It's gonna be like he's gonna go.
Yeah.
I mean, potentially he won't go anywhere, but he really could go like top 4, top 6.
Oh, that'd be so sad if especially if it's injury related, why he just doesn't become something. But that'd be sad. That would be probably the worst of all time in the NBA, right?
Yeah, probably.
Well, speaking of height, did any of you guys have Yao Ming on your board at all?
No.
No?
Dude, I got through so many centers at a point that I just stopped trying.
Yeah. Dikembe has to be on that list, right? You got him there?
Just not as, but no,
that's
the
defense.
offense.
Yeah, again, that's defense.
Defense, yeah.
I had 9. Yeah. I had 9 centers, and I only did 35 players. I had 9 centers. I just stopped.
Oh wow. All right, Mike, did you write them all down, or do we?
I got them all. Yeah,
I got them.
I got them all.
If you needed them.
Yeah, I got everybody's team and the pick order, so I'll put them up.
All right. Do you want to say it right now, real quick, so we can go over it real quick?
Everybody's team.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, everyone wrote down their own team, right? So we can just.
We'll go over it
our
ourselves.
teams.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. You start first.
All right, my team. My starting 5. I got Jokic, Charles Barkley, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Steve Nash, Kevin Durant, Allen Iverson, and David Robinson off the bench.
I mean, there's so many good. What do we say about these things? Like, obviously, that's
I know. Yeah.
My one concern would be defensively, like who's covering guards on your team. Steve Nash is a fucking revolving door. Allen Iverson, not a good guard defensively. So you got Dwayne Wade. Now you got to probably play LeBron up on a guard, right? Which is going to leave Barkley and KD covering wings. Barkley covering today's athletic wings. Somebody like Giannis, probably not going to go great. But I mean, your team's fucking filthy. Like, I don't know. I'm picking. I don't know.
No, but so I will say I agree with what you're saying, and I think he's got the least physical team out of all of our teams.
Yeah, that's why I had to add Charles Barkley and David Robinson. I just need some muscle on this team. At least when they start to get bullied, they can come off the bench or something, just flex and like, all right, back off a little bit.
I don't think Barkley could ever flex. He could flex his ass.
Yeah, he would just throw a punch though. He doesn't have to flex. He just throw a punch.
Yeah. No Rodman either. No love for Rodman. And again, defense. So
defense. I mean, rebound, unbelievable.
Unbelievable rebounder. Yeah.
Unbelievable defensively. Yeah.
All right, Andy, go ahead and run down your team.
All right. I got backcourt of Steph and Jerry West. My wings are going to be Kawhi and KG. I'm going to have Timmy at center. And then when I go big, I'm going to have Akeem. And I got Walt Frazier and Drew Holiday rounding out my backcourt. Walt kind of sliding into that wing when I need it.
All right. Nice. I can't wait to see all of these teams just like up on Instagram and just be able to go with it like that, because I didn't write them down like you guys did.
My only thing about go ahead, you going first, Joey?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say again, great team, obviously, don't even have to say that, but with Timmy, KG, and Kawhi, that's three people that want to post up in the mid-range game. That mid-range is their baby. So there's no ball movement besides just Steph coming up the court. That's really it.
I mean, my entire starting lineup is going to be inside the 3-point line. So
Yeah.
so it's
No, I know, but all three of those guys like the same area of the court. That's all I'm saying.
I think a lot of these guys are going to be though, because again, like it's the eras that we're picking in, and then also, what you were saying earlier, Andy, like these guys need the ball. A lot of these guys need the ball. You know,
I feel like my team is the exact opposite of that.
yours might not. I'm just saying, like in general. All right, Joe.
To counteract Mike's point.
Yeah.
Timmy likes the low block. Kawhi can play the wing. KG always liked that upper elbow area, right? It used to drive me crazy that he couldn't take one fucking 6-inch step back and shoot a three. He had to shoot the longest two in the history of fucking.
And he was great at those.
Doesn't stretch it. They're all in the paint, kind of.
Andy, I'm gonna defend you. I
disagree
with everything Mike is saying right now about your team. To be honest with you, so Duncan is your low. Duncan's your low post guy. KG loves that turnaround shot and get up higher. Kawhi, like you said, is your wing guy, and then you got two great shooters for those guys to kick it out to. I think your starting five is strong and balanced, and I disagree with what he's trying to call you out on.
Thanks, Joe.
I wasn't calling him out on anything.
All right, Joe.
It's just I can't throw a point out with Joe. I completely disagree.
Joe, say your starting lineup.
All right, so my goal for my team was to be extremely well-rounded, and that's what I think I did with all my guys pretty much. So I got Oscar Robertson running the point. You got Kobe at the 2, Larry Legend at the 3, Giannis starting at the 4, and then second all-time leading scorer Kareem at the 5, with my well-rounded guys coming off the bench with Dirk, T-Mac, and CP3.
All right. Who's shit talking?
I love my team. I truly think I have the best team right now.
Of course you do.
These teams are just so fucking stupid, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right, hold on. I'm trying to envision your team. You got Oscar, Kobe, Larry Bird, Giannis, Kareem.
Thank you.
I got one thing.
Go ahead, Rossi. Let's go. I knew you were digging for something.
No, is Kareem going to clog the lane too much for Giannis's play style? That's my only question.
Kareem might not even be down the court by the time that one-man fast break gets there.
I was going to say, Giannis gets down there so fast.
I know, but Joe, could you stop eating real quick? Like we're on the podcast here.
Kareem's hook shots are going to be coming from half court.
You can do whatever you want. Yeah, it's a really good team. Once again, I didn't want like the ball stopper like Kobe. I can't really speak to Oscar. Like, I know he used to be a triple-double. He was averaging assists way back then. I don't know like what his usage rate was. I don't know if he needs the ball or if he doesn't need the ball. I don't know. I don't know if there's any flaws really with that squad. Don't.
All right. My lineup. I have a lot of ball stoppers on my team. So the way I drafted the value. The best players that were coming back, I wanted the best players.
Sorry, making excuses for his team.
Oh, that's the way I drafted. That's what happened.
That's how you always draft. You always draft value.
Always draft value, man. And it usually does okay for me. All right. Center, I went Shaq. Power forward, Karl Malone. Small forward, Scottie Pippen. Shooting guard, Michael Jordan. Point guard, Magic Johnson. On my bench, I got Wilt the Stilt. I got Ray Allen. I got Reggie Miller. So my shooting's coming off the bench. The threes are coming from the bench.
I'm very interested. I want to make a quick note. You and Mike announced your centers first and went like what I feel would be backwards to announce your team.
I was just reading top from bottom.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't have called it out, but I agree. I would have started at point guard, I guess. I did, I think.
I think every box score I ever see, it always starts center and down, right?
I just think you go 1 through 5. So like you number them and go that order. That's why
I didn't number them. I went.
I didn't number
put
them either.
positions,
Well,
yeah.
No,
no,
I
I'm
went
saying
position.
no. I'm not saying you guys number them. Like a point guard is a 1, a shooting guard is a 2, a small
I
forward
get
is a
it.
3. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
What's a 4, Joe?
Power forward.
Whoa, amazing.
Doug, your team is fucking stupid. Can I make a suggestion maybe
Yeah, absolutely.
to not play Karl Malone and Shaq together? Could you slide Scotty up to the 4 and then put either probably Reggie at the 3 and go, because you got Magic Johnson who can guard threes probably better than Reggie. So you could go Magic, Jordan, Reggie, space the floor a little bit more, Pippen, Shaq.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I was lacking threes, which is why I went with the 2 best 3-point shooters of all time outside of Steph Curry.
I got one more question for you, Doug.
Yeah.
When Magic needs a break, who's bringing the ball up the court?
Yeah, there's nobody else that can.
Jordan.
Jordan could. Yeah.
Jordan, yeah.
Jordan could.
He had that
on that
freak
team,
where they
you have
asked him
to.
to
Yeah.
play point guard, right? I know everybody's seen it, but he averaged double-digit assists when they played actually point guard for the Bulls. He
Right.
can't do it. He just
Yeah.
would rather score 40 on you.
No, because Ray Allen and Reggie Miller cannot handle the ball at all. So I know that they're not going to be doing that. Yeah, it's Magic and Jordan. That's it.
Who the fuck
Yeah,
is
it's a
covering
lot of ball
Shaq
screens.
and
Who's
Will? Who's covering Shaq and Will? Oh my god.
It's insane.
Doug's
Well-
team is like so
Yeah.
unorthodox, but
It's
just
tough.
so good.
Yeah.
It's so
I
good.
feel a lot
too.
of the centers could play against Will. I think Shaq is the tough one, and I think Hakeem's the only one who could try to stop him the best.
But what about Matt Johnson and Michael Jordan?
No, I know, but we were
What are
talking
we gonna
about
do
the
against
center.
them?
You were only talking about
I know.
center.
I know. I don't know.
I'm going center.
This was fun,
Oh,
boys. This was a good
This
one.
was fun.
MJ going at it in
Yeah.
their prime. I'd love to see
I don't
that.
know who has the
Going
best
back
team,
and forth.
but I think Mike has the worst team. No offense.
That's
All right.
okay.
All right.
Mike also thinks Mike has the worst team, I think.
You didn't fight it too
I
hard.
mean, I agree with you.
I like
Andy.
my
I think
team.
he's got the.
Of
Mike
course
could
you
have
do,
drafted the
Joe.
best team, and I would have said he's
Yeah.
got the worst
Yeah, of
team.
course.
But it's
I honestly,
No,
I
I
need
like
to
my
see
team.
them all in front of my face right now. Just, you know what I mean? Just so I can be like, okay, them against them. Yeah, they're going to beat them.
I don't know how Doug's team doesn't win the vote, though. He literally has the best point guard, probably. The best shooting guard, definitely. 2 of the best 3 centers.
Yeah.
I don't know. His team's fucking loaded. Loaded.
When is that going to be up, Mike? When you getting that on Instagram?
I'll work on it. I don't know. I don't want to.
he doesn't want to stop playing video games, guys. Let's be honest.
No. I don't want to rush it. I don't want to put it up when we have 0 followers right now. So I need to build a following for this one first. I just created the Instagram page yesterday, so let me get some followers that can actually vote, and then I'll throw it up.
Okay. Sounds good.
Share it on the other page too to get it going.
I'll put it in the stories on the other page. Yeah, just
I
to
was
get
thinking
people
about
over.
that. Yeah, might as well, just
Yeah.
because there's a little following there, and then we can get some votes on that page.
Yep.
All right, boys. So debut episode, success.
Loved
So
it.
for Mike, Andy, Joe, I'm Doug. That was the Draftaholics. We'll see you guys next time. Later.
Drew Holiday, baby.
Later. Oh
Drew
God.
Holiday.